Hello everyone, my name is Jacob Bailey and I'm going to be talking about my personal timeline. So to get things going, I'm going to be talking about my youth. And in my youth, I had a large participation in team sports featuring football, baseball, and wrestling. And football was the one I was most involved in, as I was involved in this from age 6 all the way through my senior year of high school. However, through these sports, there was definitely many forms of general diversity that were represented, with the first one being size. With size, all of us were in our youth, so we were all growing at different rates, and this definitely made things different for all of us. Additionally comes weight, as as we were all growing as well. Some of us were heavier weights or lighter weights than others, and we may or may not have had been put in a different bracket from all of our friends in our sports. Additionally, going off of that would be race and ethnicity, as in my hometown it is mainly Caucasian. However, there is a strong Hmong community in my hometown as well, and this is something that I had to adapt to and learn just their cultural beliefs and ways. Now, next would be athletic ability, as in our youth, a lot of us discovered what our strengths and weaknesses are in certain sports, or maybe just in general as well. And additionally, would be the socioeconomic background, as all of us came from different financial backgrounds, and it could, either pose challenges in your life or various other things. Now, going forward, I'm going to talk about my family a little bit. So this is my cousin David. David is pictured in the far left, and he has autism. As you can see, David is a fully grown adult. However, he still has to live with other family members of mine, as he only has the mindset of a young child still. But the things I've learned from David is that he wants to be independent. He enjoys challenging himself like we do, and he doesn't like when people talk to him differently. He's fully capable of having a conversation and providing for himself. He just needs assistance that he might not be able to always give to himself at times. But overall, he views himself as the rest of us and does not view his disability negatively. And close relation as well would actually be David's mother, who is my great Aunt Bonnie. So Aunt Bonnie suffered from a stroke 6 years ago, and unfortunately she lost much of her speech. She's only able to say no pain and yes and no. So this can become very much of a guessing game at times, as she can only answer to yes or no questions. So it becomes very frustrating for her as it does for us. However, as you can see in the picture, she still finds ways to enjoy her life even though she has this tragic disability. And with this reflection on her, we can find ways to just greatly enjoy things just from visiting her family, and we can also appreciate the smaller things in life, as she does. And she still cares and thinks that she normally would, as when you walk into a room, her smile still is the same as it was before her incident. And next, we're going to actually be talking about myself in this case. So I actually have a heart condition, which is named supraventricular tachycardia, definitely a mouthful, which is why it is also known as SVT. And with this, I was diagnosed in 2016, and it affects electrical signals in my heart that go in a continuous loop, and it forces my heart rate to go faster than it does at certain times. And the things I've learned from this is that a disability is only what you make of it. I'm still fully capable of living a normal life, as I participated in sports, clubs, in high school, and in college as well. I'm still fully active, and nothing has stopped me from doing this. And my condition is not life-threatening, thankfully, and that's something I'm very grateful for. However, what I've really learned is it's not a matter of pushing through, but rather of creative thinking. Next, I'm going to be talking about depression. So this is actually a family friend of mine. Unfortunately, Cody he took his own life while he was in high school, and he suffered from severe depression. And the thing I've learned from this is that we have to become much more aware of the signs of depression. And I've also begun to promote therapy for people that may need it, and I've begun to listen closer to those who may be affected. Additionally, I have sent people information on mental health programs to really make sure that they're getting all the care and help they can need. And next, we're going to be talking about my friend Rowand. So Rowand he's actually a graduate from Minnesota Twin Cities, which is truly unbelievable to me because, as you can see, Rowand is blind, and he actually became blind at age 9 after they discovered a tumor behind his eyes, leaving him with the only option to cut his sight. And being able to live in such a large city and to be able to fully be capable of doing everything as someone else would just blows my mind. And now he's actually looking at becoming a teacher. And a little reflection on that, there are so many things more to see in life just beyond sight, and that's something that I've learned from him. And additionally, I've discovered many more programs for the blind as well, with specifically one fun one being actually movies, as there is certain formats for movies where they can actually have it narrated for them in the movie. I never knew that existed, and every time I watch a movie now, I always look for that to see if they offer it on the show. Additionally, I become more aware of my surroundings and how it may affect the blind just when I'm going through certain situations. Next would be having a brain disability. So this is our family friend Cole. And Cole was actually diagnosed with a shrinking cerebellum, which is the back part of your brain that helps control mainly your balance. And with this, he actually had to have a service dog to help keep his balance up at times if he was having an episode. And for Cole, he definitely realized that he had this disability. However, he made sure it was not something that was going to affect him, and he actually recently completed college at UW Green Bay. Continuing, what I've learned from him was just that because he had a service dog and his service dog's name was Hardy, I learned that service dogs can be extremely costly, upwards of $20,000 at times, depending on the dog and the age and whatnot falls into there. Additionally, it can be a very long process for having a service dog. For Cole, he actually had to travel multiple states away and go live with Hardy for multiple weeks to see if they'd be a good match for each other before even guaranteeing that he would have him as a partner. Additionally, service dogs are locked in when their vest is on, so they do not let anything faze them, and they are fully there to do their job. However, when they do take their vest off, they can play just like normal dogs, and they love to be pet and played with. And that is all I have, so I'd like to thank you all for your time,